Hello everybody, good morning. Happy Monday, happy Monday. I am gonna go ahead and share this video. So if you are joining me, please let me know where you're from. And if this is your first time watching me, and also if you are watching it live or if you're watching the recording, I wanna hear from you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. I'm gonna share this on my business page. So let me know where you guys are from and let me know if you are watching it live or if you're watching the recording and if you have watched me before. Because you guys, this is my 21st video in this series. So for those of you that are just joining in for the first time, my name is Lee Rader, and I've been a cosmetologist for going on 24 years. I'm a former salon owner, and I am a global educator. I'm also a professional salon consultant, and mainly what I do is I help other professionals with being more successful, really, honestly. There's a lot that I do. I actually saw somebody put up a quote. They're like, you know, there's a difference between a salon coach and a salon consultant and then also a mentor. And I looked at that and I thought, well, geez, I'm all three. So I don't think that you really need to choose between the three. I mean, like, honestly, it should be, whoever you're working with should be able to provide you with all of that. Because if they're just a coach, they're just coaching you on, you know, what you should do. But if they're a consultant, they actually have systems that you can implement. And if they're a mentor, they have success that they can share with you because they've been there and done that. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Good morning, everybody. I can't believe I had to actually count like how many of these videos that I've done. And so for those of you that have been following these videos, I have gone over all sorts of different things that have been really instrumental in the evolution of the beauty industry. And right now it's just really changing fast, like everything is. And there's just a lot of frustration and confusion out there amongst a lot of professionals. And so I've got a lot to say, which is why I started this series. So I come live every Monday when I'm available. Right now it's summer, and so I've been traveling a lot, but I've also been just taking time to be present with my family and my kids. And so it's been a little bit more sporadic, but you can always catch these on my YouTube channel because I post them there. And then I also have a blog at leerader.com where I type all this information up and I put even more in there as well. So my goal is to help as many professionals out there. I'm actually calling what I'm doing like a beauty revolution at this point because there's just so many people struggling out there. So you can help me by sharing this video with somebody that you know in the industry. I don't do a lot of self-promotion just because, I don't know, I just feel like if people want to share this, they can find it. But it's to the point where I have to keep speaking out because I see the frustration in all the groups I'm in, with all the professionals I know. And there's a lot of people failing at a lot of things, and it's really sad because cosmetologists, hairstylists, makeup artists, salon owners are some of the hardest working people that you will find, and it's one of the hardest industries to be successful into. So I want everybody to be successful, and that's why I do what I do. But today's topic is about retail disruption. And yes, I have talked about this quite a few times, but it's one of the biggest shifts we're seeing right now. And, you know, I went over what diversion really is, and that's evolved, and it's not really what people think anymore. And then my second video was all about how retail channels have changed, right? And so this is what I've been talking about for so long, and people are just like so stubborn about it, where they're just like so loyal to the companies out there. And when you really look at who owns what at this point, these companies are not loyal to the salons. So these manufacturers their goal is to get their products in the hands as many clients as they can, and they don't need the salons to do it anymore. So I want you guys, if you're a professional, I want you guys to ask yourself, like, what at this point makes a product professional, okay? Because most of my time in the industry, professional products were only found in salons and spas, so that they were exclusive professional products. I should say exclusive products. But now with Amazon and everything like that, they're all ending up online. So I know if you're a makeup artist and you use a brand and you don't retail it, this probably doesn't pertain to you as much, because you're like, well, I don't really retail anyway. However, I will tell you, you're leaving a lot of money on the table if you haven't aligned yourself with a brand that you can retail, because it's a huge part of the income. Now, if you're in a salon and spa, most of them are so frustrated where they're like, I'm just not going to carry any retail anymore because my clients just go on Amazon and buy it anyway. And then there's the professionals that are like, okay, well, you just need to educate your clients on purchasing it from you. Yeah, that's going to help a little bit. But at the end of the day, I've got some statistics here that, they're going to buy it on Amazon if it's there. So this whole discussion, actually, I posted something a couple weeks ago that, I am a professional, so I have certain companies that I worked with that are called like distributors that I would get my salon professional products from. What I want you guys to realize is there's manufacturers that manufacture these products, right? And what they do is they sell it to somebody, which is kind of like a wholesale buyer. And the wholesale buyer is actually, they sell it to, so let's say the manufacturer sells it to the wholesale buyer for like $4. The wholesale buyer then is going to send it to salon distributorships for $8. And then the salon distributorships are going to go into the salons and sell it to the salon for $16. And then what the salon's going to do is they're going to retail it to their clients for, $32 or whatever the suggested retail price is. So all of these products are being like doubled every time they go through the different channels, all right? So what's important to know about that is, from a standpoint of a manufacturer, if they can actually go directly to Amazon and put their products there, they can actually sell it for the retail cost and make more money on that product, because most of the salons have branded them to the point where they have the brand recognition. So a lot of them are going directly on Amazon. Now, I'm not going to name any brands. I've done that in the past. I'm not here to badmouth anybody. I'm just here to, and I don't even want to get on that tangent of what's really going on with that, because I'd be here all day with that again. But my point is that I get certain catalogs and things from some of these distributorships that I've worked with. And these, again, only sell to professional accounts. Problem is with some of these accounts is you actually have to buy intros, and then depending on the product line that you carry, there's very high quotas, or you're required to retail a certain amount a month. Their goal is to also, within their company, sell so much to salons per month. So, there's all that going on. But with a lot of these products ending up online, it's been really difficult for salons. So a lot of them have products sitting on the shelves, and they're like, great, now I've got all this product and it's not moving. And so I understand the frustration where you just want to like get rid of retail altogether. So what I thought was interesting is one of the catalogs that I got from one of my distributorships, when I opened it up, the first page said, I'm going to read it right off of here. and it says, retail disruption. We are in the midst of a huge shift in beauty consumer shopping habits. We have been hearing from you that many of your clients are choosing to shop online versus in your salon. So this trend is born out of the following statistics. And what I want you guys to look at is on the bottom, and I will post this in my blog, is what it says is the growth of beauty e-commerce and versus brick and mortar sales. So online has actually grown $1.6 billion. And in brick and mortar, you know, that means salons or anywhere that they retail professional brands or beauty. I shouldn't even say professional because it's honestly like retailers of beauty products, is down negative $168 million. Okay, so I love that they're actually like now saying, oh, guess what? This is what's going on, even though this has been going on for a long time. Like they're finally, you know, admitting it. So then they have some statistics here. And what I love about it is they actually have like where they got these statistics. And if you've been watching me, you know that I absolutely love to research things. Like I love gathering information. I love analyzing what's going on out there. And I have a lot of resources that I do that from. But they have they have 4 different resources that they got these statistics from. And I know that you guys are probably like creative hairstylists and you're like, I'm not about statistics, but they're just really eye-opening and it's really interesting. And again, if you understand like consumer buying and what's going on, that's where I can come in and help you on ways that you can evolve with that and capitalize on that, okay? Because when we look at this online shopping, beauty and personal care facts and figures, as recent as 2015, online hair care sales were only 2% of the beauty and personal care market sold. Okay, so a lot of times when I talk about these statistics, it's actually talking about makeup, skincare, hair care, like all bundled in one. But what they're saying is that in 2015, it was only 2%, you know, of the market sold. In the past 3 years, online sales have skyrocketed to over 9%. So that's a huge increase. So what that's saying is that more and more consumers are buying hair care products online. Now, 45% of U.S. consumers buy skincare and cosmetics online. So what they're saying is that hair care has been a small part of it. Skincare and cosmetics are a huge part of it. Now, if you look at between 18 and 34-year-olds, that percent actually rises to 60%. So this tells me a lot of different things. Number one, a lot of accounts that I work with, they're like, you know, depending on if they're just a salon, they're like, well, I don't have a skincare line and I don't have a cosmetics line. I just deal with hair care, okay? People are buying these products. They are wanting to buy these products, okay? So if you're not offering that, you're kind of missing the boat on that. The other thing I want to kind of point out to you is if they're buying these products online already, they're going to start purchasing their skincare and other products online as well, right? Check out all in one place with all of those products. Makes sense, convenience. Now, the most popular websites for searching and for buying beauty products is, who do you think? Amazon is number 1 at 69%. Sephora is 40%. Ulta is 37%. And who do you think comes in last? Well, it's not even last. It's just the next one on the line because it keeps going. I'd be here all day if I named all that. But Walmart. Walmart is 36%. So for over a year now, professional salon and spas professional salon and spa products has been the fastest growing beauty category for Amazon. Nearly doubling and driving so much traffic that Amazon introduced a unique badge for items classified as professional beauty. So they actually have a brand new, like, if you go to Amazon, which I don't really shop at Amazon, but they actually have where it says, like, these are, like, prestigious beauty brand products. And then you can actually see that brands are now putting their products on there, because what they're doing is they're making deals with Amazon where if I put my products on here, will you get rid of all the other people selling my products so that we know that these are legit products? So that's really why they're saying they're doing it. But again, they can make more money bypassing the professionals. Does that make sense to everybody? I want to, like, again, I'm going to keep, like, repeating things, but you guys need to, like, understand, like, why this is working. And okay. And I'm still reading off of this. This came with my professional products, and I blacked that out because I don't want you to see who it is, because I don't want to badmouth anybody. So basically the reason why they have this on here is they're saying we have a solution. We now have an app where you can sign up for this app, and you can offer these products through this app to your customers. And you know, it's a free app, but you do have to buy a package of, you know, products or whatever, and then those products will be on this app. You will get a small percentage of the total online sales made from this app. So this is kind of their solution, and I know that there are other salon distributorships that are doing the same thing. And I understand that they're trying to provide a solution for salons and spas. However, I see a lot of flaws with it. So I'm going to kind of go through, like, what can be even better than this, because number one, you have to actually promote this particular app, and then the only products on this app are the products that you have an agreement with through, I'm getting distracted by your comments, but thank you for loving my eyes. But so basically what they're saying is, like, and granted, all of these products that they're offering through this app are found on Amazon. So is your client gonna, like, go to this app, or are they gonna go to Amazon? Now, I get that a few percent, like a small percentage, will use this app because they're loyal to you, and they should be. But at the end of the day, they've got this Prime membership, and they're on Amazon anyway, and they're going to buy these products. So, like, why not offer products that cannot be found on Amazon? And I know a lot of people argue with me, and they're like, well, every product's found on Amazon. No. Google Motives Cosmetics on Amazon. Not Google it, but go on Amazon and put in Motives Cosmetics. You will not find any. Why? Because my company makes sure that they're not on there. They spend a lot of money getting those products off because they don't want to take the money out of our pockets. Most other product lines are not going to do that. They're not going to spend their money and resources doing that. So again, it's important for me to offer a product that I know the quality. I know that it's not going to end up online like that. And I know that the company cares about us because they want us to be successful. They could just sell our company to one of the big brands, like all the companies are doing, because a lot of professionals are like, well, I can understand why they're doing that because they want to make a lot of money. But no, it doesn't need to be that way. It should be about making even more people successful, not all these people sitting at, you know, these bigger companies. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit on a tangent there, but you guys, like, if you are going to continue to offer that, that's how it's going to be. Now, if you're a consumer watching and you're just like, okay, well, why does it matter? Because retail is actually what's going to keep, like, if a salon can retail products to you at the same price you're going to get them on Amazon anyway, that's feeding their families. That's keeping the cost of your services down at your salon. That's, you know, and those companies should be providing education to these accounts. They should be providing support. They should be providing those three things I spoke about at the beginning of this broadcast. They should be mentoring these accounts. They should be coaching these accounts, and they should be consultants of these accounts, okay? But they're not getting all of that anymore because they're bypassing the salon. So again, there are a few companies that are like, well, they don't, you know, they're not owned by the big brands, and they don't have accounts on Amazon, but their products are still on Amazon and Walmart. So a lot of the pro groups I'm in, they're like, oh, well, my products are exclusive. And then people are like, oh yeah, look on Walmart. It's there, you know? So now if anything would pop up on Amazon from our company, it would be down very quickly. And I would not want to be that person, because they will go after them. Because again, we want to keep it exclusive. So I want you again to ask yourself, like, number one, what makes a product professional? Is it who manufactures the product? Is it the ingredients in the product? Is it the branding of the product? And then I also want you to think of, like, what makes a product exclusive at this point? Because I think that those definitions have changed. I feel like I'm like preaching. Walmart sells cheap products from China. Actually, they have all popular brands on there now. So because they have a marketplace, so other people are selling products on there. eBay's another one. So, I mean, again, I could be there. Okay, so that's the bad stuff and a little bit of good too. So I actually came up with some things that you need to keep in mind when you're looking for a solution. And again, I can help you with, you know, if you're like, well, what is she talking about? I actually do a whole consultation with you just to see what you have going on. And then I can actually come up with different programs and systems and advice that you can implement. And it really depends on the professional or the account, salon or spa. It depends on what you have going on, because we customize everything to fit in with what you're doing. It's not about someone coming in and wanting you to buy this product, this intro, and then you never see them again, because that's generally what happens now at this point. Okay, so what I found really interesting is that online shoppers actually want good prices, free shipping, and secure sites. Okay, so those are the three top things when they surveyed shoppers what they were looking for. So what's really interesting about it is finding the best prices, free shipping, and site security has actually changed since 2014, because best prices has overtaken site security as being the number one thing. So at this point, they're like, hey, I just want the cheapest price. So that's why I think a lot of clients go online and they see something on Amazon. They're like, oh, this is probably the best price. Little do they know that it's probably close to what they're going to pay from the professional anyway. So the other thing that is really interesting is when we look at what influences people to buy beauty products at this point, it's not like celebrities anymore. Like when you thought of a celebrity promoting a product and they're like, oh, I use this and my hair is so beautiful, and people are like not really digging that anymore. They're like, okay, we know that you're not using the products, you're just getting paid to promote them, or I should say, like, they're getting paid to do these commercials. So what's really driving people to buy what they buy are beauty influencers. That can be lifestyle bloggers, YouTube vloggers, Instagram stars. They're all seen by consumers as independent, authentic, and trusted. So they're holding more power over consumer decisions and brands. So brands are realizing that, and I've done a whole video just on that because I find that very interesting. And I was reading an article yesterday. I get like so sidetracked, but I was reading an article yesterday that now a lot of these brands are introducing, like, they're not even real. They're like robots, basically. They're like virtual people. So they're like avatars who are actually giving their advice on what people should buy. And so that's what's kind of where the world is going to now. Good morning, everybody. I can't believe it's Monday. I woke up, I was like, oh, it's Monday. I've got to do one, because I don't think I did them last week. All right, so things to keep in mind. I'm getting back on track here, guys. So in any retail channel, success is defined by the ability to build sustainable relationships with consumers and increase the value of those relationships over time. So the study that I read actually showed that e-tailers, so that's online retailers, are doing a better job of increasing transactions and building relationships. However, 67% of the survey respondents use 4 or more websites to fulfill their browsing and shopping needs online because they can't find them all at one spot. However, I feel like that is changing because of the way that Amazon is, building their whole beauty channel. So now they're offering professionals to actually, again, have accounts on Amazon where you can offer the professional products as well, but the retail profit on there is an extremely small amount. And again, if you have all the same products that everybody else has on there, what is going to make your client go to you? So, and some actually use up to 20 different sites to get their beauty care brand products from. So in a changing world, all beauty and personal care retailers will need to rethink their strategies and make sure that they really keep that personal connection with the customer. So what I think that is really successful for the accounts that I work with is kind of having the best of both worlds. Having this online presence, having, partnering with a system that's going to give you all of that, where they're going to give you a website where it's going to capture your clients. Once your client has a customer account, it's your client. They can just go to the site and purchase products, and you just get the retail profit. There are many different exclusive brands on there, not just makeup, not just skincare, not just health and nutrition, not just hair care. There's all these different exclusive brands that you can retail. Now, again, I talk about some of these brands going directly on Amazon. A lot of them actually have retail on their websites now too, such as Aveda. So Aveda actually has a website where customers can go purchase their products from Aveda.com or whatever their website is. And they don't give any of that to the professionals. But these professionals that have Aveda are supposed to retail X amount of dollars a quarter or whatever it is. They have to be an Aveda concept salon, only offer that. I can't even believe that they're still able to retail it at this point because they're doing that. What our company does is no, they don't keep that sale. They want you to have the sale. And so there's technology to do that, and we already have that. So what's really cool about that is they can just go and whatever, and your site's going to just automatically pop in when they log in as a customer. How cool is that, right? I mean, that's the only solution that is going to help that in my eyes. So the other thing that it's suggesting, and again, this is not my stuff, this is what the survey says, I feel like I'm on a game show, survey says, is accounts are going to have to enhance their omni-channel capabilities. So what this means is that customers now, they want to go online and they want to purchase something, but then they want it right away. They don't want to have to wait for a week for it to come from wherever it's coming from. They want to purchase it online, but then they also want the ability, if they want, to go and pick it up in person. And so what they're saying is that salons can be delivery points or experience centers. So salons should be educating clients and showing them how to use the products and experience the brand with all of their senses. So using a salon as an experience hub requires having highly trained staff who add value to a highly educated consumer, as well as having experience elements. So that makes sense, but they also need the technology to be able to do that. So why not have that option where they can just go online and be like, hey, do you have it in stock? Because that's exactly what I do. I actually get an email that says this person ordered this, and if you have it in stock, you can decide if you want to fulfill that order or not. But the other thing I like about it is if I don't have anything, I can actually have it drop shipped to them within a few days they get it. Okay, and they can choose their shipping on that as well. So basically that's what that's saying. So I love that this whole like entire thing was saying like, well, this is what people are going to have to start to do, and we've already been doing it. We have that. So it's like, wow, I guess we're always kind of ahead of the trend on that. We're always ahead of the trend on everything. So the next point that it has was improve personalization. So it said, over the past 20 years, personalization at scale has been the holy grail of marketing. Today, with the evolution of marketing technology and the ability to offer the right product as a solution, definitely improves consumer relationships. Well, what do I teach? I teach having customized products. Having customized products is not something new. It's something that we've been doing for a long time. Mainly it was foundation for many, many years. But now we are able to formulate and customize pretty much anything that the customer wants. Why do customers love that? Because they're tired of using things that they don't like. Okay, so having the ability to offer something that they are going to love because it's formulated just for them, and they can't get it anywhere else. They have to actually come back to you to have it mixed up again because it's a customized product. I ship them all over the US because I can actually do consultations virtually, and we teach and train people how to do this. So we have a whole entire like curriculum and education system behind it. And you can actually see some of my custom blend there. It's not a whole lot of stuff. It's just basically right here. That's everything I need to make custom blended products. A lot of the mixologists that I am connected with, we make all sorts of things that we don't even teach in our curriculum because we're experimenting, making even more things. Okay, so I love that they're saying like, people need to figure out how to do this. We're already doing that. And it goes even with personalizing skincare, personalizing shampoo, personalizing their experience when they come to your salon and spa. I mean, everything should be personalized, but also customized for them. So, and that's one of my favorite things to teach because it's fun. Mixing the right color, the right texture, finish, coverage, whatever it is that they want. And it creates 100% satisfaction. Not to mention retail profit is amazing on that. Okay, so that was the next thing on here. So bear with me, I'm almost done. I don't even know how long I've been on here because I just start talking. Like I said, I've got a lot to say. Okay, it's only been a half hour. So the next thing is consumers show an increased preference for authentic communication. So it's the sort of thing that they're getting from these influencers. So in other words, they want real people to be recommending things for them. And I've experienced that firsthand, 100%, because all of the women that I've met, I shouldn't say all, but the majority of the women I've met for all the campaigns where I'm featuring real women is they're like, I want somebody to tell me what I need for this, what I need for that, how I can do this, how I can do that, but they want like accurate information from somebody that knows what they're talking about. There's a difference when they go into a situation where people are pushing product on them because they need to make a certain quota versus somebody recommending product that they know will help them. And I always teach that you need to be a solutionist. You need to actually have different things that you can recommend to them that are going to help them in some way, not just because this is the newest thing that came out and we need to retail X amount of these this month. Okay, there's a big difference. And I'm not saying that, I just feel like that's why a lot of people are afraid to retail, because that's how it was in the past, where they were pushed into retailing things that they didn't want to, or that people weren't wanting or needing or asking for. There's a big difference. So it's just saying that, let me see. Yeah, brands and retailers will need to reconsider their communication strategies Establish new ways of engaging consumers and making them a part of the brand, and leverage the power of influencers to increase reach. Why not become like your own influencer? And like I teach this as well, like you should be branding yourself. You should be branding yourself, whether or not you are an employee or an independent or you, whatever you are, like you should always be branding yourself, because that's the fun part of it. You know, I brand myself different than a lot of the people I'm connected with because it's my brand, and that's what I love about it. So, oh, thanks for sharing, you guys. Yeah, don't forget to share, because that's really important. So, okay, so where was I with all this? Oh my gosh, I like it so. That's why I have notes, because I get sidetracked. I get excited. I was watching a video I did recently. I was like, I was not excited enough on that video. It must have been just one of those kind of dreary days or something. All right, so basically, I loved when I read all of these facts and figures in this report. And this one is by, and I will post a lot of this in my blog, but this one was from the A.T. Kearney study. And they do these studies every 2 years. And the other thing I wanted to tell you before I leave, because I think I have a few minutes, is they actually said that most online beauty shoppers fall into one of these 3 groups. 55% are online enthusiasts, and they actually believe that their online experience is better in the store. 54% of them believe that. Then you have the information seekers, and they like to go online and browse and, you know, really kind of like get all the information first. And then they say that, well, 28% of them believe that their online experience is better than in the store. And then you've got the showroomers, and their primary behavior, again, is to browse in store and then shop online. So they'll actually go to the store and then go online and do it. And 54% of them said that their experience online is better than in store. So we need to switch that up a little bit. And again, if they know that there's different options, I do believe that a lot of you that are watching that are consumers, because I know I have a lot of clients on here as well. I mean, I know that you would want to support your stylist, right? So, but we need to make it more convenient for you. We need to give you a couple different options, and we need to educate you on what is available. All right, so in closing, you guys, like, there's things that you can do, and I just want to make sure that you understand that it's not just like, let's get rid of retail and what we're doing and just go over to more services, because at the end of the day, you can only do so many services behind the chair. And a lot of people that I'm talking with, they're like, I'm working 12, 13 hours a day. I'm so burned out. I don't see my family. It's really been a struggle. Should I raise my prices? Because I don't know what to do, and I can't, you know, work this much anymore. But I love what I do, and I love my clients. That's not a good position to be in. Wouldn't it be nice if you could actually, like, limit your time and have the ability to, you know, do the things that you love as well outside of the salon? Now, I think it's great to be passionate about what you're doing and love what you're doing, but there should be a healthy balance with that, because I think the burnout rate's pretty high for our industry. It's really easy to get burned out, especially because we are givers. We will give until we don't have anything left to give. And I do have an article that I wrote recently where, you know, it's self-care tips that you can do so that you do not get burned out, because that's another thing I see as well. And I was in that position, so I know firsthand how that goes. It's like a double-edged sword. We want to get really busy, but then we do, and then we get so burned out because we're only one person. We can only do so much. So yeah, it's important to start taking care of yourself, so make sure you find that. And it was a recent blog post, so it should be easy to find. But you guys, my goal is just to honestly, let's make some changes. Let's all evolve with it and become successful together. You don't have to give up completely what you're doing. We can actually just sort of fit in with whatever you're doing, which is why we customize everything we do for you. And it's an extension to what you're doing. But what I want you guys to do is go back and watch my videos or read my blog on what is really going on with diversion, how retail channels has changed. Go back and like just watch a little bit of what I talk about, because it's changing, and I just want to make sure that you guys have the opportunity to do your research and decide what you want to do at this point. So I'm here to help. Let me know, and if someone shared this with you, make sure you reach out to them. We've trained people all over the country to actually do what I do and go in and work with salons and professionals and have the tools and systems and support to help them. So it's not just me doing this, and that's what our new curriculum and our new academy is like teaching as many people as we can to go out there, because I can't do it all. If I would, then I would be working 24/7 again. Okay, so love you all. Have a wonderful week, and tune in next Monday for my next subject, and let me know if you have any questions, and I will answer them as best I can. So love you all. Bye.